Hi everybody. I've been getting a lot of questions about my torch. I've done lots and lots of videos and I really haven't covered any specifics about the torch, which one I use. And the other day I got a question from Maria Glenn. She said, "Where'd you get that torch? I love that it attaches to the butane can." So you're right, it does attach to the butane can, and I want to talk to you about this today. When I first got a butane torch, I bought one that had the canister that you actually refill a cavity with your butane can, and I was trying to put the butane in the cavity, and I could see these vapors going up. It wasn't going in, and I couldn't believe how difficult it was. It's such a simple task. I could not get the butane in it, so I started looking for alternatives. I sent the other one back to Amazon. I found this one is an Iwatani. It's made in Japan. It attaches right to the butane can, and it also comes with this stand. So when you buy the torch, it's the torch and the stand and the butane can, and it just twists on. And I'm going to put a link to this in Amazon. This is sold on Amazon. It's really a good torch. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this today, about torching in general. Every painting is different. One of the things about pour painting that everybody loves is the creation of cells. Sometimes they come up, sometimes they don't. I put a few drops of silicone in each painting in hopes that there'll be some cells come up. And I wanted to show you this example. I was working on some new materials the other day, just testing them out on this paper, and it was a swipe technique. I swiped here. I had a few drops of silicone in each color, but not much was happening. So at that point, I decided I wanted to see if I could get some cells come up, and I torched right here in this area. See where the red is? And that's what the torch did. It brought up the silicone through the white paint and created some cells. Now you don't have to have cells over your entire painting. You can do it in spots, but it is a desirable look for most people, and I really like it too. So today I want to do a little test with this torch just to show it to you. You don't have to be afraid of this. The main thing is you want to clear anything flammable away. Don't have paper towels sitting around. Don't point it at anybody. And the torching is very brief. You don't want to get too close or too far away. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little dirty pour here just as a little demo. I've got just some leftover paint here. All this paint has a few drops of silicone in it. I put the silicone in the individual colors before I create the dirty pour that all goes into one cup. So I've got a blue, I've got a green, and some gold, and I'm going to pour some white in. Again, this is a very small amount. I'm going to do it on a piece of watercolor paper just as a demo. It's not going to be a finished painting. So once again, this is the silicone I use. I put a couple drops of this in each individual color before I create a dirty pour. This silicone, it's clear, it's non-toxic, it's odorless. And I've also had a lot of people ask me if it was flammable, and it's not. It's actually designed to withstand high heat because of the lubricant aspects that it's originally designed for. So I also have a link to this in the description below this video for this silicone that I use. I'm going to do a pour on a piece of watercolor paper, which I use to do a lot of testing with. So I'm going to spread this around, tilt it different ways, and get some coverage. This won't be complete coverage because it's not a complete painting. I'm just going to show you what the torch does here in a minute. You can see there's some cells coming up from the silicone. And again, every painting acts different. I don't always use the torch. If it's satisfactory without the torch, then I don't torch it. you want to tilt this enough so you've got a relatively thin coverage to give the silicone a chance to come through. And when you're using the torch, you have a few minutes in order to use it. You don't want to wait too long. You want the paint still to be wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure anything flammable is out of my way. And I'm going to turn this knob just a quarter turn, and then I'm going to start it with the igniter. It starts every time. Again, it's very brief. You can see there's some small cells that have come up through the paint. And right here, this was a mistake I made. I don't know if you could see it, but I got a little too close and I scalded the paint a little bit. It'll be okay. It won't be noticeable. If this was an actual painting I was going to use, it'll be fine. But you want to keep your torch moving. Keep it a proper distance away so you don't scorch your paint. But you can see what happened here. Some small cells were allowed to come up, and they will grow over the next few minutes. And again, you don't have to torch your entire painting, but if you see an area that's a little plain and you suspect there might be some silicone that's wanting to come up, the torch is a great accessory. And remember, this is a culinary item. So worst case scenario, you can always melt your cheese with it or torch your creme brulee. This is what it was designed for. It's a kitchen item. So look for this in my link below this video. Get it on Amazon. I was looking at the Amazon reviews the other day. 90% of the reviews are either 4 or 5 star for this particular one, and there's a lot of torches out there. I really like this one. I hope this answers a lot of your questions. Happy torching, happy pouring, and we'll see you next time. Have fun.